guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Tiffany and this is season 4. Hold on, wait, episode 5, I believe. Episode 5 or 6, one of them. I'll put it down in the it'll be in the comments below or in the label and below. Okay, so we start off with Kimmy and Mel. They are meeting at the taco bar, and let me say, both of these women are looking really good because this time around I feel like they've been in the reality TV show game for a while now, so now they know what to do because they really look good. And I just love it. I just love to see when black women are just looking good and doing good and just being about their stuff. I love to see it. But anyway, so Kimmy, Mel, and then Stormy winds up joining, and they are clearing up what happened at the Christmas slumber party that Mel had. And they go into talking about how Kimmy tries to clear up what happened with Kiki, kind of like, so like, let me get a better explanation of what's going on here. So you and Kiki are friends? Because even when Kimmy is talking in her side interview, she's like, basically like, I never seen Kimmy and Mel together ever on no day. So we know that they're really not friends, but y'all trying to like put together some fake friendship, but Kimmy's calling bullshit on it all, right? So Kimmy ain't believing it, and Mel's trying to say, oh yeah, me and Kiki have been friends. We've been friends for a while. And Kimmy's like, I see what you're trying to orchestrate. I see what you're trying to set up in it, and she ain't believing it. And Stormy, she starts to ask about her and Destiny, about Mel and Destiny. Are they ever going to be friends again? And you could tell right then and there that like, Mel ain't having it. They're not going to ever be friends again. I told you last week that I felt as though that now that Melanie and Martell have divorced, and now it's just Melanie in the midst of all of Martell's friends, like, how is this really supposed to work out for them? You know, how is it really supposed to work out for Melanie? How is Mel going to stay on the show and remain friends with everybody? And the way she's going about handling this, like, she wants everybody to kind of like she's making Kimmy give her a whole list about who's coming and who's going to her party. Like, I kind of think, like, as a friend, like, if you're going to be there and support or don't come. Like, you can't have an inventory of the whole list. Even though Kimmy said she was not going to invite Martell, but she was going to invite everybody else, it's still like, the fact that she have to go through these hula hoops and all of this stuff ain't cool. In my opinion, it's not cool. But yeah, so she made sure she had a whole layout of the plan of who was going to be at this next party that Kimmy was going to have, which I just don't agree with as friends. Don't come or come. But that makes me want to say again, I really like Mel, and Mel is, you know, I really like her, but I just don't. I'm not a fan of the whole explaining who's going to be at your party before I decide if I'm going to come. Either come or don't come. Support or don't support. But it's Kimmy's son's party, and she says she's going to be there. She says she's going to be at the event. Martell and Destiny. There's a scene where Martell and Destiny get up, and they are like just in the house talking about what's happened over the past few weeks and how Destiny and Melody's friendship is gearing up. Now, it's so many ways that everybody could just turn and make Melody look like the bad guy, but they're trying to fix it. This little piece of hair is gonna bother me, guys. This little piece of hair sticking up. Ugh, hold on. Okay, we fixed up. Sorry, I done went outside already and took my girl on a walk. I have done so much stuff today. It's later in the day, not my normal recording time. Mel and Destiny get together, and they are at Martell's house, and they are just going over the latest events of what happened and how Melody, I feel like Martell is trying to spin this so hard to make Melody look like the villain in any way he know he can't do it the other way, so then he's trying this way to make sure Melody looks like the villain on the show. And when I say that, it's because Martell is basically trying to be like, oh, I wish she could be a good person like how I'm a good person, because why is she trying to turn all these people against me? But Martell, you're trying to turn all these people against Melody. Let's be clear. So let's not forget what you really trying to do. Destiny is even, you know, when she's coming into the house, it's her first time there. So she's like, what's that? What's that? Hold on, is that what I gave you as your wedding gift? All of that stuff. She's saying all of that stuff to him. And he's like, oh yeah, that's what you gave me. This is what I got during the divorce. This is what I got during the divorce. Basically, Mel told me I can have all my stuff that my friends gave. And it's like, first of all, they've been married for a very long time. What, 18 years? Since we really splitting over 18-year coffee makers and whatnot. Ooh, anyway, but he's trying to spin it and trying to make Melody look like the bad person, and I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I hate it. Anyway, Destiny is trying to get ready to basically try to be like, she's trying to fix her friendship with Melody. I can tell you, Destiny, this ain't the way to go. This wrong road. I want to say Mel shouldn't be judged by anything that Martell has said, especially things that are said during a divorce. That those conversations that Martell is letting out is conversations between him and Melody. Like, so telling Destiny what Melody said, it's kind of like that ain't cool. And I hope Melody don't take it any type of way or even repeat half of the stuff that Martell even says back. I guess this is why you can't straddle the fence in this type of situation, although Martell is her friend first, so you're trying to maintain the coolness between you and him. But it is muddy, murky waters, I must say. Tiffany and Lewis, or should I start off? No, let me start with Tiffany and Mel. Let's start there. Tiffany meets Mel at her store, or no, Mel meets Tiffany at work, and Tiffany's like, you know, I'm just getting through my emails, I'm trying to get my day started, but what's a nice break to talk with my friend and catch up. Cool, I totally get it. I totally get it. And this is why I love Melody so much, like, on this show, because she talks about being a mom, and she talks about taking her babies everywhere she goes, like how she had a playpen in her office for her kids to sleep in when they were little, so she could still work. Like, moms, we be killing it, and we be trying to do so much stuff at once. And I just love that about Mel, because she just shows that in her stuff that she's doing. I mean, I ain't saying I like everything about Mel, because she got her ways, but that part when it becomes talking about being a mom, and you know, that just speaks to a lot of other women, because I feel the same way. Like, you be like, I got my baby sleeping right next to me while I'm trying to do one thing, accomplish one thing to pursue my career goals. Okay, as a married woman, so Tiffany's telling Melody that she's going to meet her dad soon, and she's kind of getting excited about it. Melody's expressing to Tiffany how excited she is about this. Tiffany's like, do you want to come with me? You should come with me. Let's make it a girls trip. Like, you come with me. You're gonna help me out. And even though Tiffany want to go with her girl, and it's gonna be fun, and Melody's gonna help. And Melody said she was a detective, and she be up all night screwing. I was like, Melody ain't lied, because I could tell you that type of person. You be up all night trying to find out all the tea and all the business you need to find out, and I get it. But here's the issue. Tiffany gets excited about how Mel is excited for her to find her dad and wants to come on the trip instead of Lewis. See, this be that issue when you be married. You be like, dang, like, I know this would be even more fun if I had my girlfriend come with me, but I already told my husband he was coming with me, and my husband's excited. Now let's jump over to Tiffany and Lewis, because she's acting like she's getting this hotel, like this little date night event set up for her and Lewis. Let's just take note that I actually remembered Lewis's name this week, because usually every week I'm like, what's his name again? Who that man? Tiffany husband? Whatever. Anyway, but Lewis is like, he's getting excited about this trip as well. And this is where it becomes where Lewis says, what's this, breaking bad news? Like, what's this, a breaking news date? Like, it's not here to be a date. You here to kind of let me down on some news. Anyway, Lewis wants to be there for the big things with Tiffany, and this is considered a big thing. You meeting your dad for the first time after you've been in foster care all these years, after you were in foster care for so many years, is something major, and I want to be there for it. And I totally get what Lewis is saying. So Tiffany wants to bring Mel now, and she wants to make this a girls' trip. And Lewis is beginning to kind of be upset because he's like, I was really looking forward to doing this with you. I really was looking forward to doing this as a family thing. And Mel is what I noted in my notes is Mel is that single friend who you love to hang with, but you're going to have to let her down. You're going to have to let her down to keep your marriage intact, because when you get married, it's kind of hard sometimes because you're like, oh, I want to do this with my girlfriends, but dang, I told my man I would do it with him. And even though you know it will be more fun with your girlfriend, sometimes you be like, well, I got to take my man because I got to keep my marriage intact. And it's not a choice that you would like to make, but you kind of find yourself in that place, and you can't just have everybody come, because all those energies get in the way. In my case, and how I feel, all those energies get in the way, because you know how you got your girlfriend where things are a little bit different, and then you got your husband where things are a little bit different, and when you mix all those people together, it just don't work out the same. You don't get the same. Or how about this? I'm one of those people who gets emotionally drained by trying to entertain two different parties that I spend time with differently, and I know that's an issue for me. I never know how to invite my husband out and invite my girlfriends out, and then we all go together. I've never wanted to do it. It just never seems to fit for me. And I think that's where Tiffany's having a hard place right now. Tiffany's in that space where it's just like, dang, I know I told you I would bring you Lewis, but I want to bring Tiffany now. I want to bring Melody now. So Lewis is upset, and he needs to speak up on it, because this is something that could affect him way down the line, because he's looking at this as an event where he is going to meet her dad for the first time, and he could possibly meet some family members that he never met before, and know more stuff about his wife. But Tiffany's kind of wanting to go with Melody. That's a tough place to be in. I've been there. I know it. Most times I always then choose to be with my husband, because you want to keep your marriage intact. And sometimes some of those friendships, sometimes you get a friend that understands. If Tiffany chooses Lewis to go on this trip, Melody really shouldn't feel any type of way. Now, we're getting to the big final scene. Well, the final scene in my book. Tisha is meeting up with her mom. Or her mom is coming over to help her get things together for her restaurant. You know, Tisha is gorgeous. This gorgeous. She really is. But, oh girl, you tried to pull some stuff when you was like, Marcel said, whatever I want to do in business is my final say, and not like Marcel's. I was like, girl, please. But okay, if you want us to believe that. But I will say, it's always known that a woman is always the brains behind the operation. And that's all I want to say. I want to drop that in there. But Tisha is over here putting a battery in her mama's back, of course, because she wants her to get at her cousin Kiki for her, because Tisha already had an event. Tisha already had a moment where she already told Kiki how she felt, but I still don't think it was still reciprocated as well as Tisha would have liked it to be. So now she got to put that battery in her mama back for her mama to go after Kiki. And now here goes the falling out. More nonsense. Now, so Kiki and Wanda get together. Baby, why they do that? Because I was like, Kiki been waiting at the house. She been waiting for her moment, okay? She had one box propped up on the couch where she put her elbow on it to chat. I said, not the one box. Who moves and put one box on their white couch, on their beautiful white sofa? Girl, you just staged like I don't know what. I said either Tisha and Kiki have said, yo, I'm gonna get you up on this show, I'm gonna help my cousin get up on this show, because that must have been what happened. Because I know they trying to make it seem like Tisha and Wanda is the low class family from over across on the other side of the railroad tracks from the ghetto, and maybe Kiki is the family member that has always been more established, and they decided to do away with their side of the family because they consider them as ghetto. That's what the story they was trying to give us. But I just feel like Kiki is trying to put on, but Kiki obviously has had some rough times, and that's kind of like what they're kind of going. But you could tell, so girl, you knew the cameras was coming. You knew the cameras was coming. But I guess Kiki's dad and Miss Wanda are siblings. So, and then there's Kimmy. Then there's Tisha and Kiki, who are cousins. I'm guessing that's how that went. Now, there's one thing we cannot forget about on these scenes, okay? We cannot forget about the Wanda-isms of it all, okay? Wanda said, you don't trust anybody who don't buy shoes in the box. Don't trust anybody who doesn't buy shoes in the box. You want to keep that for yourself. Also, she is very image of Tisha. Car ran out of space, but we gonna finish it up on here. So when she says she is image of Tisha, I'm like, Miss Wanda, you mean jealous? Said jealous. I said, why don't they be helping Miss Wanda out? They get Miss Wanda in these confessionals, and they be having her talk, and they know that her words don't be all together and all right, and they just let her just keep going. And it's like, yeah, it's funny, but it's not funny, but it's funny, but it's kind of not funny. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little sensitive about it, because I have family members that I know don't use the right words, and sometimes, hell, I don't even be using the right words to go over the right stuff. But they just let Miss Wanda just, whew. Also, Kimmy, she also spoke on Kimmy, and that Kimmy shedded her snake. Lord have mercy. I guess she's saying Kimmy has shedded some skin and now she's not a snake. I have no clue. Miss Wanda be putting her own little Wanda-ism spins on stuff, and it is absolutely hilarious, because you be like, girl, what? But but one thing about Miss Wanda, the feel that she comes with, like, she about to fight somebody, okay? Because what you ain't gonna do is you ain't gonna mess with her daughter, and that's on that, okay? And that's what she basically had to tell her cousin Kiki. You ain't gonna mess with my daughter, okay? So if you got anything, you got that, okay? And I also feel like this is a setup. And when I say this is a setup, I mean this is a setup because this is something Tisha and Kiki have decided, we gonna drum up some drama for you so you can be on this show, so you can get some money, so you can get your stuff, your affairs back in order, because they keep saying little stuff that makes you think that her affairs wasn't in order. Like, I mean, am I tripping? Am I the only one? If I'm not the only one, you know, somebody comment in below. Let me know what you thought about, what you thinking about Kiki and Tisha, or just Kiki alone, because what is it so bad that they got to keep talking about them for? I don't understand. I don't get it. But what I will say is that trailer for the next half of the season was looking real good. And when I say it was looking real good, it was, they had the drama. They had all the drama. And I'm like, is Marcel about to admit, finally, after 5 seasons, how long we been here? After all these seasons, this man is about to admit what he did wrong. Baby, we're going to be here for it. We're going to be watching, and we're going to be reviewing, okay? As long as they keep giving it to us. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, but I do want to say, Louis, speak up and tell your wife that you wanna go back around, because I put that in my notes, not to be sad and glad. Okay, this is this one part. Tiffany and Louis was talking, and she was saying that he should not be sad, he should be glad, because this is not what this family does. And I said, I think that's unfair to think that people can't be disappointed while they're in a family. Families should be able to express themselves and their disappointments. So when she said that, basically like, Lewis, you're not coming because I want Mel to come on this trip with me, I felt as though Lewis should have been able to express that he was disappointed, and not saying that this family doesn't do sad, we only do glad. Like, we can do glad and we can do sad, okay? We can be disappointed and we can say both. That's just my opinion, but it's tough, and I just feel like he should be able to express that. But then they go on to talk about how they're going to have another baby. But that's it, guys. I hope that rounded out everything and what happened on this season, and Miss Wanda and Kiki. I want to say that about the Miss Wanda and Kiki part. I know that was supposed to be like the highlight of the episode, but I feel like that it's two stage. Like, Kiki whole situation, it's just two stage. Like, I feel like Tisha and Kiki tried to drum up some stuff, which is a situation that all families have. Like, all families have oh, we ain't talking to that side of the family because this side think they better than that side, and this side don't do what that side do. Like, all families be having a little bit of that mixed in there. You just hope it doesn't, you know, you hope you don't turn the kids against each other, which it sounds like Kiki and Tisha have been put to compete against each other on who does better. Because I got the better daughter. No, I got the better daughter. No, my daughter is better. My daughter got more money. She got a better house. Like, all of that stuff. And I just was like, ugh, this is regular family nonsense. But if this gets Kiki in, I hope so. But I just don't want to see I don't want to see, you don't be wanting to see like a whole real family fall apart on reality TV. I ain't really here for it, all of that. But that's it, guys. Get down in the comments. Tell me what you thought about this episode. Tell me what you thought about Mel, Stormy, and Kimmy and their meetup for tacos. Tell me what you thought about Miss Wanda and Tisha. Okay? Let me know. Just get down in the comments below. This is your girl, Tiffany Internet. Thank you for coming today. And I can't wait to see what happens next week. And if they show some of that stuff on that trailer, baby, we going to be in for a good season. Alright, guys. Talk to you later. Bye, girl.